July 3rd, 2023. This is a full moon. 6:38 a.m. Central Daylight Time Zone. That's where I live. Adjust for the time zone that you live in for wherever in the world you are watching from. Let me know in the comments below. Where are you watching from? I appreciate your time, and let's together take a walk through the Capricorn full moon. Capricorn. That's the sign of Capricorn. It's got like that funky V, right? It's got like this V, and then it's got like, I don't know, like an S or something that you make, and you go down like that. So it looks like a V, but yet a fancy P or something. Yeah, I don't understand the symbology exactly. I guess that's the head of a goat, and that's the side profile. I guess you tell me. But this is the full moon in the sign of Capricorn. All right. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to take a look at the whole chart. But before we get there, you got to spend some time with me. Sorry. The chart can be a little intimidating. It can get confusing really fast. Symbols, degrees, dates. What the hell does all that mean anyway? I'm going to try to do a little bit of talking and hopefully help to clarify some things before we even look at the chart. Because as you saw, just the damn symbol alone, it was like, really? What is that? What is that? So we got to talk about Capricorn energy, number one, and we got to talk about the moon, because we saw in that chart that the moon is in Capricorn, right? And so because it's a full moon, if I were to go pull that chart back up, which I will in a little bit, but a full moon is always when you have the sun and the moon at opposite ends of each other. So if the full moon is in Capricorn at 11 degrees, the moon, I should say, if the moon is in Capricorn at 11 degrees, what sign is going to be at the opposite end at 11 degrees? I said, what sign? How about what will be at the opposite end of Capricorn at 11 degrees? This is not a trick question. I already gave you the answer. Yep. I gave you the answer before I asked the question. That was the only tricky part to it. So we will look at that. And if you know, comment below. All right. If you don't know, that's okay. We're going to show it to you. We're going to talk about it. By the time this video is over, you'll be like, okay, I intimately know this now. All right. So a full moon, feminine energy, full moons. Moons, anytime lunar, anything lunar, think feminine energy, think the feminine cycle, think of the lunar cycle, think of the female cycle. It's all connected. Full moon energy. Moon at one end, the sun at the opposite end. And that's how you get a full moon. They match by degree exactly. And that's what makes it a full moon. Okay. Moon, feminine, mother. Mother is the key word for the moon, mother. The sun is known as the father. Interesting, right? The mother and the father are at oppositions. They're opposing each other. They're at opposite ends. The mother and the father are at opposite ends. The mom is nurturing, is understanding because she has empathy. Now, when I say she and he and all that, it's just so that we can have a conversation. It doesn't literally mean it's a female, although it can be. It doesn't mean that it's a male, although it can be. And for those of you who don't identify with either one of those, it is the way that somebody exudes their energy, nurturing, compassion, understanding, feelings, empathy, emotion. That would be the moon energy. So we would say that person has strong moon energy. Okay? We can leave all the identifying stuff out of it. This energy at the opposite end, the masculine energy, the sun, the father that I spoke about, can be an authority figure in someone's life. authority figure at the job, authority figure in the government. This is a Capricorn full moon, feminine energy. Capricorn by itself is also considered masculine and an authority figure energy. So this is feminine energy in an authority position. Full moon. Full moon represents a release, an ending, a closure, a let go, the completion of a cycle. Masculine energy. This opposing what is at the opposite of Capricorn is the sign of Cancer. So you see, the Cancer full moon is very interesting. We've got an authority figure, the sun, in the sign of Cancer. We've got the moon, who can also be an authority figure in the family for sure, right? But also in Capricorn, which is an authority figure. Capricorn energy is the goals, the ambitions, the duty, the responsibility. You know, the person that establishes the long-term goals and long-term tangible security. Like, I'm the one pulling the sled. How about, let me back that up. I got this from a friend. You know who you are. I'm the one pulling the stove down the road. The one doing the hard work. Pulling the stove down the road. This is perfect for that. Feminine energy, pulling the stove down the road. One working hard, the one who's going to keep working at it, the one who also can be the authority figure. Now, Capricorn can represent governments and businesses. It's things that have been around for a long period of time. Structures can be material and tangible structures for sure, right? We think of the roads, we think of buildings, we think of municipalities and like their buildings that they exist in. We think about the structure of the government. We think about how all that is set up for a long-term goal, a long-term ambition to establish long-term tangible security. So businesses, governments, like these are managers, these are the boss energy too. Okay. So you saw the degrees. It was 11 degrees. Where is the 11 degrees of Capricorn in your chart? That's how we figure out where this release, where this full moon in Capricorn release takes place. I'm not going to lie to you. For some folks, maybe some people were Capricorn working at home, moon. That's a possibility. Maybe some of that's ending for some folks. It has to do with where does this 11 degrees, where does it land in your chart? We all have Capricorn in our chart. We all have 30 degrees of Capricorn. We all have 30 degrees of every sign in our chart. So I guarantee you there is 11 degrees of Capricorn in your chart, regardless of your birthday, regardless of your moon, regardless of your rising sign. We all have this. So let me go throw this chart to give you an example real quick. 11 degrees of Capricorn is in what house? How do I know? Because I'm looking at the moon, I'm looking at the degree, I see the sign, and then I go to the house number. You see that? That's house number 11. So as an example in this chart, 11th is your social circles, your friends. It's group energy. Group energy. You got Capricorn there. This can be responsibilities within the group, our group's goals, our group's ambitions. What do you do? Is there a group that you belong to? Are there friends that you have where you guys are organized and structured because you have this similar long-term goal? Now, Capricorn is very serious energy, very serious. And if it's in the 11th house and it's your friends, this is the house of the humanitarian. These are people who serve because they're servicing humanity in some way. They're servicing humanity in some way. I know people who have this set up in their chart. And for them, Capricorn in the 11th, they may work for institutions, structures, right? Like something big, something that represents a big business, possibly even for government. Think about that. How does government work within our society? Right? Government is supposed to serve the people. It's supposed to serve the people. The people are not supposed to serve the government, contrary to, a whole lot of that. So for some of these people, they may actually hold a government office because this is what they feel is their duty, to serve humanity, to serve the people in some way. And so if they don't hold a government office, what's on a smaller scale? What are some ideas that you guys have? Could this be somebody volunteering? It could be. It could be, but Capricorn isn't real big on volunteering. Capricorn is more like, I'm doing this because I'm trying to establish my own long-term financial security, my tangible security. Like, I want a house, damn it. I want some cars, damn it. Right? I got to set up a college trust fund, right? I got to have money for my kids, right? That's Capricorn. It's thinking long-term. It's all about time, and it is so very serious. It takes its duties and responsibilities seriously. Long-term goals and ambitions. For some, it's even a vocation. So this can be, for some of those people with their Capricorn energy, where it is truly about serving. Maybe they are doing something where it's about literally using their time, possibly Habitat for Humanity, because think about that. Think about that. 11th house, setting up structures, building something, Capricorn energy. I'm building something. So if we're not climbing, how we climb that ladder working towards our goal, or literally climbing a mountaintop, or we'd like to just go out and climb trees when we were kids, it's building something. It's putting things together, material and tangible. And it's not normally very quick because it takes time. Now, what does this have to do with the full moon? Well, if you got something at the 11 degrees here, if you got something at 11 degrees, it's some sort of a goal. Some sort of a goal, because that's Capricorn. Some sort of an ambition that you had. Something you were working hard at over time. But for whatever reason, it's like you're ending a cycle. You're releasing. You're letting go. I will say that this is homes. This is the sticks and the bricks. The moon isn't just feminine energy. On a large scale, this would be like houses, right? Possibly building homes. I kind of mentioned that before, building something. So this is mom and feminine energy, but this is family. This can represent ancestry, but it can also represent houses. Literally the sticks and the bricks where you live. Maybe there was a dream, maybe we're done building a home. Maybe there's companies that were building homes that are no longer going to be around. There's some sort of an ambition and a goal and a release that's letting go. Something with the government could possibly be involved, rules and regulations, because that's Capricorn energy too. Okay, we have these rules, we have these regulations, we have these restrictions. So possibly a release in restrictions. That's a possibility because it's Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about restriction energy. Okay. So the question is, where's the 11 degrees in your chart? Where is it? What are you releasing? What cycle are you ending? It's like when you read a book and you get to the last page, you're done. You completed it. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. But I will add, so that we have a rounded video, Capricorn can be businesses, but it can be careers and jobs. So maybe some layoffs. There could be some of that going on. That's a possibility. It's a cycle that's ending, but it will only be something significant for you if you've got things that match these degrees. So it's a 2-degree orb. That's 2 degrees before and 2 degrees after 11 degrees. And so what is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 degrees of Capricorn energy. All right. And for those of you who are still here, I just wanted to show you the opposition. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.